How's it going, guys? My name is Jakefog and welcome back to episode number 24 of my Football Manager 2020 journey. Here today with Leeds United, and today hopefully we've got a decent episode in store. We've got Astana at home in the Europa League, and then we've got Manchester United away at Old Trafford in the Premier League. So hopefully we can come away with 2 wins in today's episode. But I'm not holding my breath, especially for the second game. Man United, they are absolutely flying at the top of the league. But anyway, today I thought I'd start on the tactics screen because it's something that I've not really mentioned much recently. And obviously, if you are new to the series, and by the way, if this is your first time watching me or you are very new to the series, welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy the series. I'll leave a full link to the playlist for this entire series in the description and in the little iCard in the top right round about now, so you can feel free to go check out the rest of the series if you enjoyed today. It's been a good journey, but I thought I'd talk about the tactics because obviously it's an interesting tactic. So I've based the tactic around the way that Marcelo Bielsa likes to play with Leeds United. Obviously, I'm a Leeds fan, and I thought, you know what better way to try and enjoy a save than to try and recreate someone's tactic, because normally I'll just go for your standard 4-2-3-1, and I've done that so many times, and I wanted to try something different. So yeah, this is the kind of tactic that I've gone with, and I just thought I've tried to make it as like Bielsa's tactics as possible. So I've got Pavlenka is a goal, well, not necessarily Pavlenka, but as a goalkeeper I've got a sweeper keeper defend. If you've watched Leeds, you know that we love to get the keeper on the ball, pinging passes left, right and centre. We trust him with the ball a lot, so I thought that was that was pretty much summed it up perfectly. 2 ball-playing centre-backs, not really much is need to be said about that. The only thing I've done here is got them set to stay wider in hope, because I want the holding midfielder to kind of drop back. And now, interesting, the holding midfielder, this is, in my opinion, the most important part of this formation, the most pivotal role in this tactic. So when we come up against a formation that's a one striker, that only has one striker, we just stick with Phillips as a deep line playmaker. However, if we come up against a team that are playing with 2 strikers, I switch him to a half-back, because that is kind of like almost like somewhere between like a sweeper. He's like a sweeping holding midfielder, so he kind of slots in as that third centre-back, because that's the way that Bielsa likes to do it in real life. He likes to have an extra defender for every single striker, or an extra centre-back, should I say, for every single striker. So if we come up against a 2-striker formation, Phillips switches to the half-back role, and I've got him set to take more risks, because if you've ever watched him in real life, you'll know that he'll love to ping these long balls, like cross-field balls, and take more risks. Fits perfectly into that. 2 complete wing backs, says it all really. That's what they are. An advanced playmaker who I've got set to get further forward, because he's more like a number 10 in this role here. But just for the balance of the formation in game, I wanted to have him his base position as a central midfielder, box-to-box midfielder. Matthias Klick, for example, will play this in real life. He goes this way, that way, forwards and backwards over the Irish Sea. He's absolutely everywhere on the pitch. I've got 2 wingers on support, and then last but not least, I've got a pressing forwards on attack. If you've ever watched these again, you'll know, like Patrick Bamford might not score many, but he runs around a lot. But yeah, pressing forward is basically the perfect, what's the word I'm looking for? The perfect role, or the epitome of a Bielsa striker with regards to the team instructions. Here they are on screen. I don't really need to explain them. A lot of them speak for themselves. If you want to have a little look, pause and just read through them. But yeah, it's based off a gegenpress. I made a few little changes to try and kind of suit and try and kind of match how we actually play in real life. But yeah, that is a brief little overview of the tactic. I've probably waffled on for far too long, and anyone that was new around here, they've probably left. But if you are still around here, thank you. And anyway, I'll talk you through the games that have happened off of camera. So after beating CSKA Moscow 2-0 in the last episode, we went away to Bournemouth, one of the bottom sides in the league. I think they're 19th at the time, played a slightly rotated side, and it didn't pay off. Calvert-Lewin headed them in front about 23 minutes in, made a few changes, went a little bit more attacking, and finally Montaigne manages to grab himself a goal in the 83rd minute to equalise for us. We finished with a 1-1 draw. Disappointing, to be honest. As you can see, I started with the likes of Irib Baron. I started Kene as well. I think that was the first time he started for me in the league. But yeah, I started a few. Maria hasn't played very many games. He hasn't started many. So yeah, a lot of changes in the side. And it didn't really pay off, unfortunately. Then following on from that, we had Wolves at home, and I wasn't going to make the same mistake. This time, I went full strength. 17 minutes in, Elenia gets on the end of an Emerson cross to put us 1-0 up. Montagnu heads in Mikic's corner just before half-time. And then in the 90th minute, we managed to get ourselves a third. Leif Davis, as always, absolutely just bangs one in the top corner from left-back. Why not? He always seems to score. Wolves did manage to get one back in the last minute of injury time pretty much, but it was too little, too late, and we came away with a 3-1 victory. Fairly dominant performance, very pleased with how we played. Wolves obviously a very, very good side, so yeah, 3-1 victory, absolutely fantastic in my eyes. Then we had our second game against CSKA Moscow in the Europa League. This time we were away from home, and Galeno gave us the lead in the 15th minute, a great header to put away Maria's cross. And then with just 10 minutes-ish left, we managed to grab ourselves a second. Galeno scored his second. A save from the keeper just fell right into his path, and it was a nice, easy tap-in. CSKA Moscow got one back from the penalty spot. And a little bit worried, but fortunately we put the game to bed. And once again, it was that man Galeno getting onto a rebound. He's just in the right place at the right time for his hat-trick. And we come away with a 3-1 victory, a very, very dominant performance. And that makes it 4 wins from 4 in the Europa League, which I am absolutely buzzing about. So that Leicester away in the league, 0-0, fairly even game. You could probably argue we had the slight better of the game, but no goals, 0-0. And not really much more to say. It was a pretty boring game, to be honest. And last but not least, one of our toughest games of the season, Liverpool, the defending champions of the league, at home on a Friday night under the lights, and Galeno again getting on the end of a cross to give us a 1-0 lead. But just after half-time, Liverpool did in fact strike back with a little bit of luck. Emerson's clearance straight into Florentino's head, and he heads it home into an empty net. But with just 20 minutes remaining on the clock, Emerson dances past one, gets the ball in, it's headed clear, but only as far as Elenia, who volleyed it into the corner of the goal. And the game finished like that, a 2-1 win against Liverpool. I think they're sat second in the league at the moment. Yeah, what a result. Obviously, the defending champions of the league, they absolutely slapped us 4-1 in the what's it called, the Community Shield at the start of the season. And yeah, fantastic result. Like I said, one of our toughest games of the season, and to come away with a 2-1 victory, absolutely buzzing. So you can see here, a little overview of the results, and we've only lost one game in the league so far this season, which was away to Manchester City, and then we lost away at Rotherham in the Cup, and also the Community Shield. But if you take into account just the league and the Europa League, we lost one game in August, but we're unbeaten since then. I mean, including the EFL Cup, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 games, 11 games unbeaten, I think, in all competitions. I mean, we're having a fantastic start to the season, and that is reflected in the league table. Currently sat in 6th place, 24 points from our first 13 games. We are currently, 9 points behind Manchester United, currently sat top of the league. But we're only 3 points away from the Champions League places, in fact, at the moment. So yeah, fantastic start to the season. And talking of Europe, well, we beat CSKA Moscow, Astana beat Slavia Prague, meaning that we have qualified. Not only have we qualified, because we've beaten CSKA Moscow twice, and I believe it's the league table finishes are based on head-to-head rather than goal difference, we've already qualified as the number 1 seed, 4 wins from 4, absolutely phenomenal. And yeah, I mean, just feels good, doesn't it, you know? So now I can relax a little bit with the Europa League, and that is exactly what I'm going to do with today's episode, or with this game. First up, Astana, the weakest side in the league. I'm going to make a few changes. I'm going to make that many changes that I'm going to quickly do it without talking, because it will probably take me long enough. Right, so I've decided on my selection. So it's Pavlenka in goal. We've got Posh and we've got Samura at centre-back. Now, Samura, you might remember, he came through my youth intake. You know, even though he's only 3.5-star potential, I see something in him. You know, I feel like he's got some decent stats, and I feel like if he just works on just a little bit, he could go on to be a decent player. Part of the reason that I want him to be such a good player is because his other nationality is Sierra Leone. And I'd like to see him, you know, go on and become a fully fledged Sierra Leone international. And I think, to be honest, I don't think he'll be that far off. I think he's not declared for either so far, But hopefully, I would like him to declare for Sierra Leone sooner rather than later. I'd like to see him get some serious international experience. It'd be really, really good for him. Anyway, Noah Kenne just in front of them. We've got Leif Davis at left back, Jamie Shackleton at right back, Soderberg and Ira Barron. And I just want to talk about these two quickly. Look how good he is. So good. Just 19 years old. I think he could be such a good player in the future. And already he looks very, very good. And then alongside him, Ira Barron is an advanced playmaker. He's absolutely phenomenal already at just 17 years old. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I genuinely do believe that this guy could go on to be one of the best midfielders in the world if he realises that potential that he has. I mean, he's so good already at just 17, and yeah, he's only going to improve from here. Got my boy Jordan Stevens on the right, Stuart McKinstry on the left, Tyler Roberts up top as the lone striker. Let's just get straight into this game. It'll be interesting to see how some of these youngsters fare against Astana. Like I said, Astana, they are one of the weaker sides. Well, they are by far the weakest side in our group, so hopefully it should be a relatively straightforward game. And I did notice that they have in fact got two strikers, so like I mentioned in my little tactical overview, switching Noah Kenne to a half-back rather than a deep line playmaker. And let's see, early on, corner whipped in, it is headed clear but only as far as Leif Davis. Posh on it now. Now Leif Davis goes out wide to Noah Kenne, playing a little bit further forward than he normally does for me, and finds Tyler Roberts. Tyler Roberts heads home for his second goal of the season, just 1 minute and about 15 seconds in. And we've already taken the lead. This is nice. This is what I wanted. This is what we like to see. You know, there's a lot of players out there today that have a point to prove, like Tyler Roberts, for example. He's not really had the opportunities this year because Montagne's done so well. I think Montagne's already scored about 13 goals for me this season. So yeah, the opportunities for Tyler Roberts have been few and far between. He's just come back from an injury. So I'm glad that he got himself on the scoreboard. And McKinstry, what's happened there? I think, has it come off the bar and then been cleared off the line? I'm not 100% sure. But all that matters is the ball did not end up in the back of the net. But 10 minutes in, great performance so far from ourselves. Restricted Astana to a grand total of 0 shots. And yeah, it's just going well, isn't it? Like I say, it's nice to see. It's nice to give these youngsters an opportunity. Like, obviously, I'm a bit wary to play a lot of them in the league. So now that I've got a couple of games in Europe that mean absolutely nothing because I've already secured first place, it's nice to give them a chance and expose them to some first team football. But Stevens here on Leif Davis's cross hits it against the bar, and the highlight is actually he's dribbled it out for a throw in. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That is, I think that just sums it up for a start. I tell you what, Slavia Prague have taken the lead away at CSKA Moscow. And now that's a little bit of a turn-up for the Bucks. I was not expecting that. Like I say, CSKA Moscow, in my eyes, are the best team in this group by a mile, and McKinstry finishes it into the near post, past the keeper. The keeper's not going to be happy to have been beaten there. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It's just going from bad to worse for Astana. Just going to have to watch this in 3D. What was the keeper doing here? McKinstry just takes it that. He's just got down on his knees and he's just like started praying or something. I don't know what he's doing. Lets it in at the near post. And straight after the goal, there is going to be another highlight. But the question is, which way is the highlight going to go? Is it going to be for us as Stevens nicks the ball off the defender? Can he finish it? No, he cannot. The keeper was not going to get beaten at his near post twice in a row there. And then the corner is about to be whipped in by Soderberg. Roberts heads it just over from the edge of the 6-yard box. Now it's just around 5 minutes to play left in this first half. Can we grab another goal before half-time? It's not looking like it. No more highlights. Never mind, there is another highlight. Soderberg's going to take this free kick. I believe it's Soderberg. He is indeed. He's got good free kicks. Can he put it in? No, it is a long way wide as CSKA Moscow equalise up there in the top corner. You may have seen against Slavia Prague. Just there. And my goodness, 23 shots to 11. Astana don't know what's hit them. This keeper's made 10 saves. Oh, God, he's not very good, is he? Wow. Oh, wow. No wonder we're not really struggling. Yeah, very pleased with your performance. Keep it going, lads. Just keep on doing what you're doing. I probably won't even bother making any changes in today's game because I want to keep my starting 11 rested for the game against Manchester United. After this one, puts Shackleton in his right wing back position, puts the cross in, and it somehow finds his way to McKinstry. Makes no mistake, fires it past the goalkeeper. Again, it looks like the keeper probably should have done better. It looks like it was, kind of just straight at him, and he just kind of... What happened? Yeah, he's tried to punch it away, and he's just missed the ball. There we go. 5-0. Oh, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. 3-0. So the corner is played in, but Astana pick it up, just hit a long ball forwards, and Noan Kenny picks up the loose ball after Iribarren headed it clear. Now McKinstry inside to Kenny, to Iribarren in that advanced playmaker role. Can he pick out a pass? No, he cannot. That's a poor pass. And now Astana, they're through on goal. Can they finish? Oh, Pavlenka, great save to tip it onto the post. We're going to get it clear. Well, we're going to play it out from the back, as we always do, sticking true to our style. Doesn't matter if they've just hit us on the counter-attack and hit the post. We're still going to take the piss, pass it round, and get it out from the back. There's now a way bringing it forward from the goal kick. Iribarren on it now to Söderberg. Goes all the way out wide to Leif Davis on his left-hand side. Goes back to McKinstry. Can they pick out a man in the middle? Goes back to Kenny. Söderberg, is he going to hit it? He does indeed. And that is a fantastic strike from Ole Söderberg. Finds the bottom corner. The keeper could do nothing about it. I think that this time, I'm not going to put that down as a goalkeeper mistake. I think that was genuinely just a good strike. As we'll just watch it in 3D. Probably took the keeper by surprise. That is a fantastic first time shot on his left foot, coming across him. That is not an easy strike. And just 20 minutes left in this game, 4-0 up. And we're cruising. Right, Kenny on the ball. He's going to drive forward with it. Goes to Iribarren. That is a poor pass. And now Astana have a chance to get themselves one-on-one, but well defended. Drags him wide, gets past him. But he just hits it into the side netting. And, well, their opportunities have been few and far between. And, yeah, they'll be disappointed that they've not been able to grab any opportunities that they've had with both hands. But are they going to get themselves another opportunity here? He's running down the left wing. He's got McKinstry with him. Skips past him with ease. And how on earth has he missed that? That's just an absolute shocker. Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. We're into injury time now. Just 2 minutes. They want to go home. So do we. 39 shots to 6. 4-0 win. We've absolutely dominated them. I'm just very pleased with the result and your performance. Tamba Samora assisting with the clean sheet, a 7.7 rating. Noan Kenny with an 8.7. 2 assists in that holding midfield role. What a player he's going to be. He's so good. I'm so glad that I managed to get him back. He's wanted as well. Sheffield Wednesday on loan. Not a chance. Not a chance. Classy Söderberg on form for Leeds United. Man of the match performance from the young Swede. What a player. Like I said, I mentioned it a few episodes ago. When I signed him, his personality was fickle, which is not good. But now I've managed to get him to fairly ambitious, which is just so much nicer to look at that. And I mean, if I look at his coach report, so many pros. I mean, what's his cons? He has to improve his crosses. As a central midfielder, I don't think his crossing's particularly important, if I'm being honest. Currently operating at a championship level, but to be fair, so far for me this season when he's played, he's had a 7.39 average rating. I mean, it's only a 6.8 in the league, but he's only made 3 substitute appearances. But I can't really ask for more from him. Anyway, next up we've got Man United, so I'll see you for that game. Oh, now this is interesting. Leeds United striker Louis Montagnou is among a group of players being touted as potential winners for the European? What on earth am I about? The European Golden Boy Awards. I mean, to be fair to him, he's been so good for me so far this season. He's got 18 starts and he's got 13 goals and 1 assist. 7.29 average rating. I'll be surprised if he wins it. But to be fair, he had a great season. What did he do last season for me? 16 goals in 33 starts and 6 substitute appearances at a 7.11. I mean, I'd be surprised if he does win the European Golden Boy, but he's so good. I love him so much, and he just keeps getting better and better. Surely he's going to be an absolute superstar, valued at £19 million. I just love him. I'd love for him to win that award as well, but yeah, I doubt he'll win it. Who else is he in competition with? I mean, he doesn't look that good. He looks pretty good, to be fair. Esposito, I mean, he looks all right. He doesn't look bad, that's for sure. Wow, yeah, he's pretty good. And De Leon, I mean, I'd say Montagnou is better than him. So to be fair, if those are the front runners for it, then I think he's got a decent chance, to be fair. Okay, so here we are, Manchester United away, currently sat in second place, but obviously if they do beat us today, they will go back to the top of the league. We're still sat in 6th. I don't think anyone could actually catch us in this round of fixtures. I think we were too many points ahead. But obviously a win here today could potentially see us leapfrog Arsenal. I'm not sure who they're playing, just have a little look. They must be playing Reading today. Oh, wow, it's right there. I'm blind. Yeah, Arsenal playing Reading at home. So I'd imagine that they are going to win that game. But this is going to be a tough game for us. Just see what my assistant manager reckons I should do in terms of the lineup. For a start, I'm definitely not starting Tyler Roberts. I'm not bothered about having a keeper on the bench. And then what else? What else did he say? He wants to start Saka on the right, but Saka's not been good for me. I'm going to start Galeno on this right because he's in some fantastic form at the moment. A 7.48 average rating over the last 5 games. He's been absolutely phenomenal. But apart from that, I'd say I'm relatively happy with the lineup. Yeah, relatively happy with that lineup. So we've got Pavlenka in goal, Lampard and Sistana at the back just in front of him, with Phillips just in front of them, Davis left wing back, Emerson right wing back, Bogus and McCammon in the middle, Maria on the left, Galeno on the right, Montano up top as that lone striker, Alphonso Davies struggling for a little bit of match fitness, but we've got Leif Davis on the bench, I think, in case I need to change it round. We owe Man United after what happened in our last game. Go and get revenge. I can't remember what our last game was, but God, I'm so angry, and I bet you are as well. Half of you probably weren't even here for that game. But the first highlight here, Maria on the ball, it is cleared. It's only as far as Sistana though. He tries to switch it, it's intercepted, but Phillips picks up the loose ball, goes back to Ampadu, across to Sistana. All these players, they're lovely. They're so well rested after I didn't play any of them in the last game. Emerson down this right hand side gets the ball in. Maria heads it. Oh my goodness, it's looped over. I'm assuming David De Gea. It won't let me check who. Yeah, just looped over David De Gea into that far corner. And we've got ourselves a lead early on, just 3 minutes into it. Let's just have a look at this in 3D. The left back had no idea what he was doing. That's a great header into the far corner. De Gea at full stretch could not keep it out. And well, that's a good start. I wasn't expecting that start, that is for sure. It's Brandon Williams who's the left back. They've got Jadon Sancho as well, Tielemans, Rashford. They've got such a good team. Oh God, Tielemans on the ball now. Great ball through to Sancho. But it's just kicked straight at Pavlenka. And that's a relatively easy save for him. 15 minutes in so far. And we can be proud of our performance. They're not very happy at their shout. So I was a little bit late on the shout. Pavlenka's pressured by my get creative shout. I mean, it doesn't really apply to you. You're a goalkeeper. I don't want you doing like Rabonas, whilst passing out to the defenders. You can just ignore those shouts as Sancho smashes it high, wide, and not at all handsome. But this first half is just absolutely raced away. There's only 5 minutes left. So he's going a lot quicker than the game before, that is for sure. Just into 1 minute of injury time now. That's going to be half time. And yeah, just going to tell them I'm happy with their performance so far. Keep it up. Send them back out. Just keep on doing what you're doing. I tell you what, if this result holds, we're only 7 points off top of the league after 14 games. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. A couple of bookings at the back. I'm not a big fan of that. But there's not been a single highlight in this second half. And as I say that, we've got a goal kick. Pavlenka goes short to Sistana. Goes out right, but is intercepted. Tielemans on the ball now. His ball forward is intercepted back. And now Phillips goes to Sistana, to Emerson. Back to Phillips. Playing this around very, very nicely. We're not scared of you, Manchester United. We don't care if you're the best team in the league at the moment. Goes out wide. And it's nearly such a great ball, but Ampadu picks up the clearance. Phillips, back to Ampadu. We're holding possession really, really nicely here. And that's a poor-headed clearance from Williams Galeno. The shot is weak and is straight at David De Gea. And, well, with 20 minutes left to go, I might as well make a change. Let's get Elena on. Galeno's struggling a little bit, so I'll get Mikic on this right-hand side. Just a couple little changes to just keep it fresh out there. And just keep on doing what we're doing. I'm not going to switch the style up because, this style has worked so well for us over the past 2.5 years. We've got some fantastic results out of it, so no reason to change. As that was an interesting cross. It's just gone straight to Pavlenka. And the highlight is, in fact, going to continue. Goes out left to the young Spaniard, Maria, to Bogus. Back to Maria. He's got support down left, but goes back to Ampadu, goes inside to Phillips. And as always, we're keeping the ball so nicely. I mean, Man United really struggling to get the ball off us. Look at that. Oh, just a little bit too much there, lads. Oh, God. We were keeping the ball nicely. Phillips heads it clear. Williams. What has happened here? Pavlenka. Sancho. Oh, dear. Sancho gets them back onto level terms. I'm going to demand more for these last 10 minutes. What on earth happened here in the middle? It was just pinball. I mean, he's kicked it into the back of Sancho. It's off the posts. It's just fallen so nicely to Sancho with an easy finish into that bottom corner. There's just 5 minutes left. Can we hold on to this 1-1 draw now is what I'm thinking. Or can we even snatch a late winner? It's not looking like anything's going to happen. And that's full time. And to be honest, I'm happy with it. I'm very, very happy. 1-1 draw away at Man United. Cannot complain at all. I'm just going to be like, you've proved a lot of people wrong in avoiding defeat out there. No particular outstanding performances. Sistana played very, very well. He's had a very good season. 7.13 for me so far in the league. And yeah, pretty happy with that. Denied by late goal. So in terms of the table, I mean, that leaves us still sat in 6th position on 25 points. 9 points behind Liverpool, which is, I believe, where we were at the start of today's episode. And then, 5 points behind Man City in 4th place. So, yeah, a very, very good start to the season, to be honest, so far. And hopefully it will continue. We had a great start last season and we fell off just a little bit. Hopefully the same will not happen this time round. But anyway, with regards to the next episode, I'll probably play through the entirety of December. I'm not sure when the next stage for the... I don't know when the next stage is for the... What's it called? Is it going to show me? I'm not really sure. Can I see where the... When's the first knockout round? Oh, wait, did I go into the... Oh, no, I went into the second knockout round, didn't I? Did I go straight into the second knockout round? I think I went straight into the second knockout round, which means, we won't be playing in that until March. So yeah, I'll have an episode in between. I'm not sure when. Sometime in January, I'll get plenty of games played in between episodes. But anyway, that is where I'm going to finish off today's episode. As always, a huge thank you for everyone who has watched. If you have enjoyed, please do be sure to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And I'll catch you in the next episode.